Welcome to Pause for Peace and happy 2025. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and that you're all set for all the days of this year that stretch ahead of us. This podcast is being released to you right at the start of January. And one of the things that we did in worship on January 5th is this ancient tradition called chalking the doors. Perhaps you've heard of this before, and if you've been a part of our worship service, you certainly have heard of it. And chalking the doors is this ancient tradition that actually can become a ritual that you could do every day of your life. You begin by chalking the door. You take a piece of sidewalk chalk, and if you don't have any at home, I have a lot. We had rainbow colors of chalk that we used on the sanctuary door and on our new door into our flourish experience, our flourish space that will be for co-working and for being able to be a part of different spiritual practices, being able to have space for overall wellness, for those who are practitioners in the healing fields who will be there, and also opportunities to be about creativity, and at some point in time, hopefully later in the year, an opportunity to be about fitness, physical fitness. So that's our flourish door that we chalk today. But when we chalk the door to our sanctuary or to our home, we do so with the letters C, M, B, and then we add the year, 2025. How did it get to be 2025 already? CMB 2025. CMB actually has two different meanings. And because this is a practice that is connected with the start of the calendar year, the Roman calendar year, and the start of the season after Christmas, the season that we mark on January 6th with Epiphany, which is about the spreading of the light, CMB stands for the traditional names of those seekers, those wise ones who were following the stars and were searching for the place the star would lead them, the story goes, in the canonical Gospel of Matthew, where this Christ child would be born, where this one who would be a ruler, who would govern in peace and love and the spreading of light throughout the world. And so those wise ones sought, and they came and crossed the threshold of the door where the baby Jesus was living, probably when he was about 2 years old at that point. And the tradition is that those seekers, those wise ones, had names, and that their names were Caspar, Melchior, and Belteshazzar, CMB. Caspar, Melchior, and Belteshazzar. And so we chalk our doors not only in honor of that desire in their hearts to follow this light of this bright star to where a child had been born, but also to honor this name in Latin for CMB, which is Christ bless this house. That's the English translation of Christ bless this house. I love thinking about those seekers, those ones who were searching, who were watching the sky, and who were desiring a way to expand love in the world. And so to chalk our doors of our homes or of our sanctuary is this practice that we can do every year. 2025 is what we wrote on our sanctuary door in our experience of chalking our doors this week, because we are able to have this intentional way every time we cross that threshold of the door of our home or of our sanctuary to have that prayer, Christ bless this home. Christ bless those who are coming in and those who are going forth. The story of the wise ones who were seeking is that they appear and they follow this star and they appear at the place where this baby had been born, and they bring gifts and they leave changed. They actually experience something. Something wells up in their hearts when they find this baby and they go forth into the world. They cross that threshold of that door once again and they go forth into the world changed because of this encounter they have with this holy family. They go forth and they live the way of love. And the light that is the love of God continues to expand in the world. This is why we mark our doors in honor of those seekers, but also to have that intentional prayer that everyone who comes in and everyone who goes out will be blessed and will be a blessing in this world. Could you imagine if all year long you actually set that intention every time you crossed the threshold of your home, that as you entered, everything you did inside your home would be for the sake of blessing, of receiving the gift of blessing in all the ways that that can happen, even if it's just in the blessing of being able to rest, to have a sanctuary from the world where you can be refilled, where you can be nourished, where you can laugh, where you can love, where you can embody graciousness and forgiveness and peace. And that when you then go forth across that threshold out into the world, you can be a refilled being. You can be somebody truly nourished, who can be like a lush garden, living as if you are bearing good fruit into the world everywhere you go. I hope you will take the chance this week to chalk your door and join in this ancient tradition of honoring the seekers, because hopefully you yourself are a seeker. You are seeking wisdom for your life. You are, if you're a part of Pause for Peace, you are actually learning to turn inward and to listen for the voice of love that will come forth, because it is love that lives within all of us. That is God living in us. And hopefully you are somebody who has that intention of wanting to be a blessing in the world. So find time this week when you will chalk your door, when you will honor those seekers, and when you will make the intentional commitment to be a blessing in the world each day, to be able to enter your home and be blessed by the abundant gifts of God, the goodness of love, and the incredible gift of refreshment, nourishment that you can receive in your home. This can be a great way to start the year 2025. That's my invitation to you this day, and a way that you can pause for peace and can be a person of peace each and every day throughout the new year. Blessings in all that comes this week, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Pause for Peace.